Welcome to the Crazy House. Today I'm going to be doing a garden update, and Jeff just got the misting system all ready to go, and I'm trying to get a spot where you can see how it works. It's got a little nozzle here. I don't know how many of there are all the way around, but he connects the hose to this nozzle and then you just, I don't know exactly how it works, but he does. But anyway, it just does a light mist, and that's why that I say, you know, you can use this for your patio, things like that, to just keep you cool, have it up in the air or whatever. Now of course you do get wet, but anyway, it's kind of reminds me of what is at the grocery store whenever you see in the produce section that starts raining on you. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But anyway, he's got that going, and I'm going to show you the garden. He's been doing some work out here today. He did pick a banana pepper, and I'll show you a picture of that right here. And these are our tomatoes. We have some tomatoes on this one. There's tomatoes on, I think, every one of our tomato plants now. And he has cut some of them back, not all of them, but those down there, he cut them back some, or cut them down because they were just going wild. But he didn't cut any of the blossoms. So we've got little groups of tomatoes all over the place. None ready to pick yet, but they're on every plant. Aren't they on every plant? Yep, okay. And here's the celery. And like I said, we've never grown celery before, but it looks like it's doing good. But as I said, we've never grown it before. We don't know how it's supposed to look, but we hope that it is doing well. But it looks very healthy. Now it looks a little wet. That's some people on the street over. But anyway, that's the celery. It's looking good. And we got the eggplants here. We're not sure how big these Japanese eggplants are supposed to be, but I'm going to look it up and see how big they're supposed to get, because before long that one will be touching the ground. You want to get by? Yeah, I'll show the jalapenos in a minute when I come back up. This one does not have any on it, and this one does not have any on it, but it does have flowers. And this one has one. This one has one, and then this one. So all of our plants have them. Now, I think it's starting right about that plant, or maybe it's this one. But that's where the other kind is, the different kind of tomato. And it's okay to trim your tomato plants back. You're not hurting them to trim them off. And if you look, if I can get it to focus right, if you look on there, there's a lot of it looks like little hairs on there. There's a bug on there too. But anyway, it looks like a little hairs all over it. Those can actually turn into roots. If this hit the ground, it would root. And if you put it in the soil, it would root. Now, I don't know if you can put it, like cut it and do it. I've never tried that before. But we have had tomatoes get so big that they just fell over onto the ground and just re-rooted, and it was like a whole other plant. So that's happened lots of times, but we are having pretty good success, it looks like, this year. If I can get the leaves out of my way to show you that little bunch of tomatoes. But we're having some pretty good success so far with the tomato plants this year. They're looking really good. And we've been talking about the squash. I've been telling y'all about those. Here's the banana peppers. He did pull one of those. These are bananas. Okay. Because we put the banana peppers on the opposite end of the jalapenos. But he did pull one of those, and I don't think there are any more on the plants, but there's like little blossoms and stuff. But they're looking good. But we've been talking about the squash, and what is it? Oh, it was turned, you were turning it? Yeah, see, that's one of the little... Well, anyway, he's coming through and he is getting all these that had this on it off of it. He's gonna, have you already fertilized it again or put the treatment on again today? No, he's going to put the treatment on again today. And as you can see, the new growth is looking really good, but he's gonna get all this bad stuff off. We don't know how the squash is gonna do. All the little squash that were on the plants up there that I've been showing you guys, they're gone. We don't know what happened to them, but they're just gone, like they disappeared, like nothing was ever there. So this is, well, we've tried to plant squash almost every single year that we've lived here, and we've never had any success with squash at this property. Now, we've had squash grow other places and have an abundance, but here we just have not. So I guess tomatoes, peppers, and now it looks like celery is our thing, and herbs. But here's the jalapenos, and there's a little one right there, and they're looking good. There's several on this one. There's several on this one too. It's like 5 on this one, it looks like, or more. You don't have to get these little things off. I just wanted to try to, so you can see it better. But they're growing well. And then this plant is short, but it's got some on there. And then this one right here is not doing quite right. He's trying to adjust it. And then there's some on that one. I got sprayed a little bit. I know I'm gonna get wet, it's fine. I'm fixing to shower anyways. Now, we have lots of blossoms, as you can see. And you guys know that I've shown you some little plants, some little squash. I've shown you those the last couple weeks. But now one of it was yellow squash and the other was zucchini. Down there, I think, is the zucchini. But all that, the little squash that I showed you, they're all gone. We don't know what happened to them. We just don't know. The blossoms are still there. We may end up trying the trick that one of the viewers had told me about. He's gonna try the stuff again that he did last week. Now, I don't know if that mildew stuff will affect the squash that already had started producing. I don't know. But now, if you look down here, this cucumber looks sad. It looks bad. But up here, it's doing okay. And we actually have a cucumber there. They're all turning kind of yellow though. Let's see, for a couple years we had really good cucumber growth. But this year, I think because of that powdery mildew, it got to these and they're not doing very well. But there's a tiny one over there. But that's the cucumber. And I don't think I'm going to show you the herb. There's those. The herbs just look the same as they did last week. And I do have my niece and nephews here with me. So I'm going to get back inside. I just wanted to show y'all this. And I wanted to show y'all the misting system and what's going on with the squash. And these tomatoes that were taller than me, but he's cut back a little bit, they are producing very well. So we're gonna have some, hopefully we'll have plenty of tomatoes. We've got lots of those, it looks like. At least they're, you know, seem to be doing good. But I just don't know if maybe the powdery mildew got too far with that. But it happened like that. I mean, it was just like overnight. It felt like we didn't see it, and then we did. And once we did, I think it was too late. I don't know. But either way, we're just trying to keep it all alive and hopefully save it But like if you see right here, this is where he's cut it off, and he cuts it at a little angle, and he made sure that he cut it above the blossoms. And here's some of the tomatoes from this side. The tomatoes are looking really good. The peppers are doing really good. It's just the squash and stuff that we may not have, which we, like I've said, we've never, I think we have planted squash here most every year. I don't think we've ever got a squash. Now we've gotten eggplants, we've gotten peppers, we've gotten tomatoes, we planted some peas. Well, I don't know why we didn't plant peas this time. We've never had a problem with cucumbers, but this year we have had a little bit of a problem, but we've never gotten squash to do here. I don't know why. Squash or zucchini, any kind of squash. Zucchini is a squash. We've never gotten squash to grow and produce here. We've always had problems. So if it doesn't work out this year, we're probably not going to do that again. We'll just put something else in the ground. Maybe just put peas in the ground again. But that is all that I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this little garden update. I know that some of you guys like to see it, and also if you have a garden, I am interested in knowing about how your things are growing, even if it's a little container garden, even if it's just a window box with herbs in it. That is a garden, and I want to know how your things are growing, if you want to share that. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. Leave me a comment below about your gardens or anything else. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.